I wanted to make a lamp, but somewhere between the clay and the kiln, things got a little more interesting. A lamp base isn't that different from a vase, but it does come with a few mysteries. Where does the wire go in and out? How do you even get your hand inside to pull it through? And what happens where the base meets the bulb? A quick field trip helped. Most lamps have a small hole on the back, another on top, and a big opening at the bottom, so you can reach in to handle everything. Makes sense once you flip the field over in public. And now it's time to make my own. I started with a cone shape, a stable base, an elegant neck, just something you won't easily knock over in the dark. I added a little platform on top with a hole in the middle. That's where the bulb will sit and a wire will sneak through. Then I threw a round form to join the side, just for fun really. It makes the shape a little more playful, a little less predictable. Throwing a closed form isn't easy, but it doesn't need to be perfect. Both pieces will be cut open and joined later anyway. For trimming, I made a little chalk just for the cone shape. It helps keep it steady while I take off extra weight and carve a big hole at the bottom. That's where my hand will fit later for wiring. I also added a foot rim so the base sits nice and flat, then punched a small hole on the side using a hole cutter. That's where the wire will go in. Then onto the round form. I shaped down the wall for even thickness and kept a flat foot so it wouldn't roll around or deform while drying. Once both are on the firmer side of leather hard, they're ready to come together. I started by carving into the round form, taking off that flat foot, and quickly realized the connection point wasn't going to be a perfect circle, more like an oval. So began the endless adjusting and fitting, trying to find the right angle and the right curve where the round form would sit seamlessly onto the cone. I certainly didn't imagine a crosscut would look quite like this when I started. Once I had the shape right, I traced the round form onto the cone and marked a slightly smaller opening so it had a little ledge to rest on. Carve out the belly, scored, added slip, and finally joined them together with a small coil around the seam for backup. I really don't want a crack after all that hard work. And there we go, 2 lamp bases. The round forms could have been a little smaller. When they're side by side, they look a bit, let's just say they have personality. After bisque firing, everything came out smooth and clean. It's a little rounder than I planned, but it feels pretty fitting for where I am lately. Guess that makes it my first official bump lamp. So yeah, something else is baking. For glazing, I tried a matte crackling glaze called Scotchy Textured. I tested a few colors on tiles first, and a cobalt blue purple just jumped out. I dipped the lamp from each side into the bucket. This glaze likes to go on thick for that dramatic crackly effect. But beauty comes with a price. Unlike most glazes, once it dries, it barely sticks to the pot. Even a light touch can thin out the color and leave uneven spots. And to make things spicier, it contains cryolite, which releases toxic and corrosive fluorine gas when fired, so ventilation is a must. It's not perfect, another trial and error masterpiece, but I will take it. Now all that's left is to give it some light. I got the lamp kit that came with all the parts and wiring instructions, essential for someone who's not even gonna pretend to know electrical work. I use a hex nut and washer on both sides of the top to secure the nipple in place. Once the bolt base was fastened, I move on to the wiring. I split the 2 cords and tied them into a knot so they'd stay nested inside the base. Then I loosened the screws on the 2 terminals and attached the ribbed and smooth ends to each. It's actually kinda hard to tell which one is ribbed, but only 2 possible outcomes, so I made my best guess. And ta-da! It worked! Shockingly satisfying, in a non-electrocution kind of way. Most lamps you buy have a sealed felt bottom, so I did the same. I cut a simple adhesive felt pad to match the foot ring, peeled off a small ream of paper and stuck it on. And there we go, finished and furniture friendly. I also got these special lampshades, a handmade gift from my best friend from college. She's incredibly talented at knitting, and having something made by her for my bunk lamp just means the world to me. So here they are, two shapes that came together to hold a little light. Honestly, it's really easy to make your own lamp base, and you can get so creative with it. I'm definitely going to make a couple more before the baby comes. And next time, a new kind of making. My first vlog, the first trimester. See you there!